All right, so that was I really like hearing that story. Ever because that was when when I first started watching his videos again. But yeah, I mean that's crazy. Other things that he did over that weekend, and it was really fun watching his Mania trip video
It was fun living it.
and the other people like Breach and all those people. It was just I really like watching like experience videos like that, and just to see like him going to the game and stuff. It's, I just think it's really cool that people people I know got to go. Like you, like Tommy. You know, so yeah. Now that this podcast is long enough, I'm gonna make it a lot longer.
Oh,
Earlier, or no, not earlier,
I'm
but
kidding.
last year, I went to last year in 2011. I went to Money in the Bank 2011, and when I got the tickets, it was just gonna be for a. I think it was gonna be. Here, I'll tell you the whole story because that's just I would say it's just as big or it's close to the Mania stuff. I really have to say at least that show. So when I got there, around the time that the tickets went on sale, like the pre-sale or whatever, um, it was around time that I was about to, graduate eighth grade. So the about a couple weeks, I think, the tickets went on pre-sale, and we couldn't do or we didn't do the pre-sale anymore. And my mom, the day before the tickets went on sale, my mom was looking, and we found tickets, the tickets we got, and we later on found they were from a broker, which is basically the people resell the tickets. They were really expensive for the money, but you know what? I'm glad I got to go. So that was basically I always try to get this or to say this when people say, "Oh, you went to Money in the Bank? That's crazy." But I really like to make this said that the reason I went was because like they asked because like we were gonna have a graduation party, have family over and stuff like that. But instead, I was like, you know what? Because like the reason I wanted to have a graduation party is because I heard my friend's brother got like over like $300. So I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. So instead of that, I asked if we can go to this wrestling show. It was another pay per view. It was Money in the Bank. Ladder matches. I'd never seen a ladder match before. So we got the tickets the day before the real ones went on sale. Eventually, the tickets came in this like sheet thing, and they were the paper like the printed out tickets. And I actually made an unboxing, and you could hear the disappointment. I was like, "Oh man, I thought these were like the legit, like actual tickets that you would go to, get at a place." And this is the first time out of the three shows that I actually didn't get the real tickets. So I was a
Did
little
you
let
face
down.
palm yourself?
What?
Did you give yourself a good old face palm?
Sure. But so you can hear me like I was like, oh, okay, I guess these were gonna be, whatever. So it says like the date and everything on there. It's the printed out tickets. The only thing I was worried about, up to the time of the show, was I hope someone didn't scam us. I don't know why, I just had a bad feeling. But then again, later on I would be like, hey, nothing happened, nothing bad happened. So then it was I think it was capital punishment, and I was just like, man, I can't wait until that was like around that time. I think school was out. I think I'm not sure. So school was out, and I think that was the first Sunday that school was out for me. So I had the whole summer, in capital punishment to start it off. I was on um, Skype, I think, with a couple of people, and we were watching capital punishment. Um, and I was just like, this show might not be that good, but the next pay per view is Money in the Bank. I can't wait. I want to see who's going to be the Money in the Bank ladder match. So then, the next night on Raw, we hear that CM Punk is gonna face John Cena for not the next night, but a couple Raws or whatever. I don't remember exactly, but we hear that CM Punk is leaving uh, on July 17th, or his contract ends on July 17th, the day of Money in the Bank, or the night of
Quick,
Money in the
quick,
Bank.
quick little interruption. Guess what?
What?
I saw Punk Cena before you did. All
What?
Star Night Raw.
Yeah, but that
It
wasn't
was,
the
looking
same.
back, I really wish I marked out more. Like, just thinking about it, it was like match of the year, and I saw it before it happened, so I'm kind of pissed about that.
Yeah, but but then like we heard, CM Punk, he's gonna be.
I'm bunk.
I know he's gonna leave and stuff like that, and I was like, oh man, this is gonna be fun. And then that it was July 4th, 4th of July, because I remember I remember saying, no, I want to let's because we were gonna go see the fireworks, and so I was like, no, I want to watch Raw to know what happens, live, because that was when they were in Las Vegas and they recorded the next week's show for later that night, so all of a sudden CM Punk cuts this. I think it was, yeah, CM Punk cuts this epic promo, and everyone's at a standstill, and people still don't, or a lot of people don't remember that was the roulette thing, the thing where like they spin the wheel and they pick a match, because Booker T, or it was R-Truth versus John Cena, and Booker T spun the wheel, and it was
R-Truth 5 time, 5 time.
for a tables match. And so, after seeing the tables match, I saw CM Punk. I was like, "Oh my God, it's CM! Why is he wearing a Stone Cold shirt?" Like that's my exact reaction.
That was at the Raw I went to.
Really,
Yeah, Stone Cold was the host.
really?
Yeah, he wore no. What?
No, no. I'm talking about
No,
the.
he wore the Stone. I'm pretty sure he wore the Stone Cold shirt at the Raw I went to too.
It
But
was
at that one, he had a backstage altercation
I'm
with the Bear Bash and Badass.
I'm talking
The
about
Bear Bash,
the.
I hate myself.
I'm talking
I
about
just
the
said
night
Bear
he cut the
Bash and
promo.
Badass.
The night he cut the promo. I'm talking about.
Oh,
Yeah,
that infamous one.
yeah. So yeah, he cut this epic promo,
Wait, he cuts
and
promos all the time.
that was like the start of it.
Wait,
Oh my gosh.
no.
Uh,
No, just kidding.
all right. So.
You thought I was serious?
No, I kind of knew you were joking, but like I just.
You never know me. I'm unpredictable. I'm a loose cannon. I'm
But
like Nate
but
Pillman.
all right. But
Except
then,
that he didn't off himself. Never mind. That was Benoit.
but then,
Benoit.
like I'm trying to say for the past like 10 minutes, he he cut that epic promo, and after that everything changed really. The match or the stipulation at Money in the Bank was just gonna, be huge. That show turned out to
Now I
be
gotta ask you a question.
a great show.
When you saw that promo,
Uh huh.
what was your initial reaction? Were you like, "What the hell? Like, why is this guy so big all of a sudden?"
Well, I was like, oh,
Because I know
I
everyone
was.
and their mother was waiting for the spoilers to come out for the Raw afterwards.
Well, I was thinking like I actually looked for it. Later that night I looked for the same promo to like rethink everything. Like that's like the same with the It
Like,
Begins stuff. Like you have to go back and watch it again to like really fully get it. And I was hoping that he wouldn't get fired or anything. Like I was like, please don't get fired, because then I really want to see you at Money in the Bank. I really want to see you at Money in the Bank. Don't get fired. Like that was
I
my.
remember everyone was like, no, 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 he's gonna get fired. No one wrote this for him. And I was like, I remember at first I really thought he just went out on a limb and decided, let's cut some shit. Because honestly, I think everyone thought he was leaving.
I
Because they
thought he
weren't
was.
using him.
Yeah.
So
I mean, he really didn't care. He was just like, boom.
I was
he
shocked
said, he
at
was
that.
like, I can do whatever I want. Basically, I'm leaving. It doesn't matter what your name is.
And you know what I want to kind of figure out?
Huh?
He was leaving, and he was still leader of the Nexus.
Yeah, I'll get into that later. And wow, I'll get into that later. But
CM Punk.
then the last, or the really big Raw that I remember is the one where he does the contract signing with CM Punk and Vince McMahon, and the ice cream bars and all that fun stuff. And the thing that I really like is it's also on the DVD and it's also before the match because even though I had the DVD, I did go and pay the $5 or whatever it is to get the HD version of the match on my phone. I was just like, you know what, I want to see this match, 24/7, just to have it on my phone. It's a big thing, but I but then it says it in the promo and stuff. And it was taken from the last Raw. I remember every single quote. Say goodbye to John. There was like, say goodbye to John Cena and say goodbye to CM Punk as he's ripping the contract. And
Do I have your attention now?
at that point, I was like, I'm going to Money in the Bank on Sunday. Like, holy cow! Like, I thought I was like the best thing in the world because I was like, I'm going. What? Like, what just happened? Like, I just think of it now. I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Now, I have another question for you.
Uh-huh.
Being at past Chicago shows and seeing how CM Punk got the reaction he did,
Well, I do want to say
what
that
did
I only
what
went.
did you think he was going to come out to?
I didn't. I don't know. I really didn't. I just thought that it's Chicago and he was on Chicago side because the last pay-per-view, that was in Chicago. He was in the straight edge society and stuff, and people hated him. So I just thought that now because it's like he's recognizing Chicago, I guess you could say, that it would be a lot better. I just because it's John Cena and CM Punk's the hometown, you know, from Chicago. So, but by the way, if you guys don't know this, if you're like if for some reason you just got into wrestling, or I don't know what the reason would be. Allstate Arena, which was Money in the Bank was at, it's in Rosemont, Illinois. It's close to Chicago. It's right next to the airport, like right next to it. So in future things, if in when WrestleMania ever comes to Allstate Arena or whatever, if just to tell you that I don't know why it would, I hope it does, but the airport's right next, like directly right next to
You emphasize it directly.
right next
You're
to
trying to get a point across.
the Allstate Arena, because we were standing in line, and I'll get to this in a second, but we were just watching all the planes go by. But so then I forgot what I was talking about, but Sunday comes and I was going crazy. I was planning. I'm gonna get to talk on Skype with all these guys, and no one came on Skype. But yeah. So in the morning, no, I think it was that Saturday night. I was just like, I can't go to sleep. I get to go to Money in the Bank tomorrow, and so I was just I was so excited.
So you killed some time and you jacked it.
So I was so excited. I just started my day in life video on Saturday night for some reason. I was just like, I'm so pumped. And then the next morning, because usually we go to church on Sunday at 7:30. So the next morning, we didn't go to church, and when we don't go to church, it's just like, holy cow, something big's happened today. But and then the whole day, I was just like, all right, I got my phone, I got my camera, I got extra batteries, I got extra batteries, I got my signs, I got all my stuff. I'm gonna, go to Money in the Bank, be first in line at the T-shirts, get the Nexus shirt. I had this all planned out. So then I had my headphones. But then what happened was, eventually we left early just because I was so excited. We left early, and a lot early. I think it was 2:30 we left. So what we did was we drove. It's about an hour drive, and the whole time there, I was just I had a playlist of songs that I put on my phone, and the one song that I just kept playing over and over and over again was CM Punk song. And I was looking out the window, and I was looking down. I was like, why not wear a different shirt? Because I had my purple John Cena shirt on because I knew I was gonna get I was gonna get a CM Punk shirt. I knew for a fact, I was gonna get it. So why? I'll just wear this just for the time being. But so when we got there, we went to Culver's, which is a restaurant by there. It's a really good restaurant if you don't know about it. So we went there, and so when we parked, I was like, let's see, should I wear my hat or should I wear my headband, which I made my Zack Ryder headband. So what I did was I walk into Culver's, and there you see this kid walking in, me, the kid. I have a headband that says woo 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 on it. people are staring, little kids are staring, little Jimmys are like, "Who's that?" And I was just like, they were like looking at me, and I was like, "I don't care. I'm going to Money in the Bank." So when we were in line, we ordered, and these like I would say maybe like they were 20 years old. They were like, "Oh, I remember this show. I remember that show." They weren't going to the show, obviously, but it's really fun when you go to restaurants right by the places because right before the matches or the show at least because it's like, oh, I know you're going to the show. You have Randy Orton shirt. You have this shirt on, but I don't know. It's really cool. And then after like I couldn't even eat. Like I was so excited. I got a grilled cheese. I remember exactly what I had too. I was just like, I don't know. I was smiling as I was eating because I was like, come on, let's go. I was rushing and I felt like I wasn't even hungry. So then what we did was after we went to Culver's, we went to Target, which is right next door, to the Allstate Arena. We went to Target and I was like, oh, we could waste time at Target. I was looking for if they had, the Zack Ryder figure or a
I
CM Punk
remember how
figure.
excited you were for Target.
Oh
You
yeah,
liked that shit.
oh yeah, dude. I wanted to get like anything I could find. But
You
and then
No, I remember. I remember the night before, 2 days before. You're like, Chris. I'm like, yeah. Guess what? I'm like, what? I'm going to Target. I'm like,
well,
cool.
because like I truly get excited to go to different stores like that I haven't been to in forever, just because I want to see what figures they have and what like wrestling things they
I remember like just thinking, I should really stop talking to this kid.
have. but
Oh,
but then I literally ran to the toy section because that's what I do. I go to the toys and like then the electronics section. So I ran to the toys section and I see a Shawn Michaels or what is it, Legend or Defining Moments figure.
Tafari.
WrestleMania 26, I believe it was, his last match, and I was just like, holy cow, oh, they have it, and it was on sale too. So then what I did was I walked away, and one sec. Alright guys, so sorry about that. We had a little like stop type thing. We stopped, and now it's like 3 days later. So yeah, I'm just gonna finish on with my Money in the Bank story while Chris kills things in Minecraft. Exactly, and I think he's sick too. He's sick of all you. No, I'm joking. But
I have, I have a disease,
it's it
and my
it's
only drug.
he
Oh.
he has Bieber fever, and he
But
saw
your love is my drug.
he saw the Boston Brothers, and he got a little starstruck. So now he's sick with Bieber fever and starstruckness. I guess you could. No, but
I have
so
AIDS. So
that's I would go to a doctor for that. But
there's no cure.
but let's see. The last thing I was talking about was I was at Target, and so like I said, all right. So I walked away. I think I walked away from the
Speakers.
from the speakers. No, but I walked away from the defining moments thing, and I come back to see like these three. I'd say they were like 30 years old. They were like they picked it up and they were looking at. They were like, "Oh, we should get this." And I was like, I told my dad, I was like, "Look at like I was like." Put the figure down. Like I went into like I don't know what mode it was. I was like, put the figure down. Like I was thinking that the whole time, and so like I was just like looking at the other ones, and then I was like I forgot like someone was standing next to me. I didn't even know who he was. I was like, oh yeah, Shawn Michaels, pretty cool dude, right? And then finally they walked away, and I picked it up and we checked out at the checkout thing, and then we went back to the car. I put that away and we drove and we waited for around like 30 minutes just in the line in the car. There was a line of cars to get into the actual parking lot. So I just I was like I want to be there early. I want to be one of the first ones in line. So then we just after it was time we paid our money to get into the parking lot, and yeah, and then we just waited in line for I think it was around good 2.5 hours, just waiting for.
Hey, tell them how you neglected to buy the punk shirt.
I'm getting there. I'm getting. It's coming soon.
Woo!
But then like it was really hot outside, and like we were sweating, and finally we
Hot,
got
hot,
they
hot.
opened the doors, and we got some air conditioning, and so the whole time I was thinking,
Real man, hold it in.
what?
Nothing.
Okay, but the
Sound drunk.
The whole time I was thinking like, please be legit tickets, because like I thought that someone was gonna like scam us or whatever. So then we got in, the tickets were fine, and as soon as the person scanned my ticket, I was like, I will meet you by the merchandise stand. I literally ran to get in line for the merch stand, and what I did was I went to where everyone was crowding around, like it was like the front of the line, and so the one lady was like, you have to go around and come, like there was like it was roped off. So what I did was I was the first one in line, and I got in line, and I was like blocking the line, and my dad and my brother came through in the line, so we were looking. Alright, so I know the exact numbers of the shirts. Number one was the red John Cena shirt. Number two was the CM Punk Best in the World shirt. Number three
The
was the
exclusive Best in the World shirt that you could have only bought live in Chicago.
Knock Me Down. Number three was the Money in the Bank pay-per-view shirt, I believe, and number four was the Nexus shirt. So what I did, what I was like, I was looking, and so then I was like to my dad, I want number four, I want the Nexus shirt, and I was like, as she was going, I actually took a picture of the CM Punk with John Cena shirt. I think I tweeted it. I'm not sure. I cannot find that picture anymore, which sucks. But then what happened was, I was like to my dad, "Can I get two shirts? Because I really want that one." And so he was like, "No, pick one or the other." Because I did get the figure, and I usually only get like one big like one a shirt or whatever show, which it's fine with. But then I was like, all right, I'm just gonna get the Nexus one. The CM Punk one will probably be on WWE Shop tomorrow. That was that was probably the worst. Like I wish all the time. I wish. Like I think about it not every day, but like all the time. I'm like,
Every day I wake up at night in cold sweats.
no, but like most of the time I'm like, man, I wish I can go back to that day. Like every time I'm like talking wrestling, like and talking about shows and stuff, like man, I wish I could go back. So then, all right, so I think that the CM Punk gods told me, or like or like whatever. Like there were so many times that I could have said no, I want to get number two, the shirt, not go number two, but get number two. Um, but because the first time they didn't have my size. Like I usually get a bigger size, one bigger size, so then I could wear it for who knows or for however long. So I just went with that one. And then the second time, the machines for the credit cards didn't work. Those two times I could have said, "Hold on, lady, give me number two instead," because I want the CM Punk shirt. Because like there was this guy standing next to me, and he was like, "Oh, look at that new shirt." He put it on and everything. I was like, "All right, it's gonna be on shop tomorrow. I know it." So then, well, actually, before I get any further, in the parking lot waiting in line, there was these two tall guys. I don't know who they were, and they had the CM Punk fist shirt on, like the white fists, and they were legit cutting a promo in the in like the middle of the parking lot, like cars were passing by. They were cutting a promo. So later months later, I found this guy. I found him on YouTube. He's like 4,000 subscribers and whatnot. But what he did was he was like saying, oh, he was bashing the Cena fans. He was, saying, oh, CM Punk's got all that fun stuff. And there was this group of people in front of me. I would say maybe like 18, 19s, maybe 20 even. I don't even know. But there was this one guy. He had all this John Cena stuff on. So there's these two guys right here with CM Punk stuff calling out this guy in front of me, and I swear there was gonna be like a brawl or something. I was waiting for that to happen. And then like later on, after like they went in line and stuff, there's this van that pulls up, and it parks, and so there's a bunch of people in there. So I'd say there were 6 or 7 people. They all get out of the car with red Cena shirts on, and I'm like, "Are you crazy? You pulled up all together with red Cena shirts on? I don't even know." But then, like I said, back in line, I got the shirt, and then I literally marked out for where my seats were. I was like, "These are our seats." Oh my god! Like I was going crazy for my seats. You could see, like we were right. Holy cow! Just it's crazy talking about it like today. And the first
Then
thing,
I jizzed in my pants.
and the first thing I did was I took a video of where the seats were and the stage and all that fun stuff. And then
I flagged it for sexual content.
and then after that I like got everything set up. We actually Before we went to our seats, we got like our collector cups, which CM Punk was not on. Um, and then at that time, I was talking to Tommy from Jack and Tommy Videos. I'm just gonna say Tommy. So when I say Tommy, he's Jack and Tommy Videos' channel. But I was talking to him on the phone, and like I had one of those headphones with the speaker, not the. Oh God, All right, but with the mic.
Speakers?
Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. But with the microphone on him, so I was like, I can't hear you at all. And I guess he could hear me, but there was a bunch of people with. I had my broski headband at the time on, and not the broski, like the woo 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 headband. And so then there was this whole like bunch of people who had rider stuff on, like it looks like the stuff that he has on now, except they made it. It was just crazy. We were waiting in like line for like 5 minutes.
I made it.
I know, but we were waiting in line for like 5 minutes for the cup of, I think it was Pepsi. I don't even know.
The cup of personality.
Exactly. But then I sat in my seat and waited, and we just waited until the dark match started. And during that time, I was trying to get some of these guys on Skype, but no one was on. But yeah, and then I just waited for the lights to go down. I don't even know. But at the time of the show, like the dark match, um, I marked out for David Otunga. I'm sorry. But I was texting back and forth with I won't say his name, but he's on Twitter. I'll just say it. It's David Otunga's nephew. I was texting back and forth with him, and like he was showing me where he was sitting and all that fun stuff. And I was trying to like picture where it was. And so what I did was I took my sign, which one side said we want Ryder on it. The other one said, "Hey, Commander, how you doing?" So what I do is I stand up, I hold up my sign, and so as I'm like texting back and forth with him, I'm like, "Can you see my sign?" It says, "We want Ryder," and I was like waving it back and forth so he could see me. I didn't see him, but he saw me. So he was sitting, I think, on TV side. I don't even know. But then, like I said, the dark match started. Santino Marella, I think it was. Yeah, Santino and Kozlov versus Otunga and Michael McGillicuddy. I think they were still champions at the time. If you saw my
No. They weren't champions.
They weren't.
They weren't. It was Hornswoggle and I don't know.
I don't
Gregory
know.
Helms.
I think they were. But,
They probably were.
Yeah.
But I was on an acid trip that night.
So, well, then what happened was I did something. No, but then obviously Otunga and McGillicuddy lost, um, and then a big explosion. No, I'm joking. But for all the Wheezy people who watch Wheezy Waiter, I don't even know if anyone watches Wheezy Waiter. But then the opening pyro hit the little what is the beginning? If you smell, you're fired. Yeah, all that pyro. The opening. If you
smell, you're fired.
Exactly. That's exactly what it sounds like. No, but then that hit, and then right after that, I think it was the Punk promo. Say goodbye to John Cena. Say goodbye to CM Punk. Blah blah blah. Then the opening pyro.
It's so orgasmic, that promo.
And so I know, right? And so then like I told my brother, because I was like holding up my sign, because they told like every show you go to, they tell you to hold up your sign and stuff. So I was holding my sign up while my brother was recording, and so like we were sitting probably the closest to the fireworks as you can get. And luckily there was all little Jimmies in front of us. I don't care that they were Cena fans, but they were about like, I don't even know, they were really really short kids. So I was like, thank you. They were probably like 7. So that's just perfect, because the past shows we went to, there have been huge, tall people in front of us, and I'm like, for this show, there better be little Jimmies in front of us. But then what happened was, like my brother, I told my brother to record the opening pyro with his phone, and I don't blame him for this. As the opening pyro, like the fireworks go off, the camera goes down. I don't blame him, because when my sign, like I was holding my sign up, I dropped it right away, closed my ears. Like I thought my ears were gonna explode. Like, the fireworks were so close to us, like, it's crazy. Like, they were probably, I would say, 10, 15 feet away. That's how, like, close they were. But then, the SmackDown Money in the Bank is the first match. All of a sudden, when after all the people go out into the ring, there was a on the side. So if you're in the, let's say you're in the ring and you're facing the like the stage, if on the right side around the corner of where the people come out, there was a stretcher set up. So we were like, oh, something's gonna happen, and believe it or not, Sin Cara gets thrown through a ladder and crashes through, and then he's out. Um, and then the next match, I think it was. I'm not sure. Let me go check. Now I really.
Whoa! Hold the phone.
The phone.
So I gotta ask you a question, Mr. Michael.
That's my name.
How were the crowd reactions to those spots?
What do you mean?
Like the ladder spots, the 6 spots.
The
Like just Sin Cara through the ladder.
Oh, it was like
Crazy stuff.
when Sheamus, or I think like the crowd reaction is blank after you watch or after you're there for the CM Punk match. But like I just remember a lot of people like whoa, and then the people or the little Jimmys I was talking about. There was this one crying in tears. He, like he crashed through the thing. He was in tears, and I was like, "What's wrong?" Because I don't even know how old the guy was, but his kid was crying, and so like we were talking back and forth, like, "Oh, I think The Rock's gonna come from there. CM Punk's supposed to be here. Look at that guy on the top. Hey, it's Big Show. Respect my privacy." So I was like, "What's wrong?" He was like, "Oh, Sin Cara falling through it," and I was like, "Oh, okay." I turned and I was like, that sucks. But like that's the but another thing that was like that was a really good match, even though it was a long match too. But it was a really good match. The other thing I remember is I think it was Heath Slater. I hate you, Heath Slater. I think it was him when he was on the ladder. Like I think Wade Barrett and Justin Gabriel, or one of them was on the ladder, like getting carried, like while he was on top of the ladder. Like his stomach was like on the ladder. I don't even know, but I remember that, and then I just remember Daniel Bryan and the pretty big reaction that he got. I remember when we did this the podcast type thing a long time ago when you asked me questions for Money in the Bank. Like you were saying that, and I don't know how I remember this, but you were saying that because like ROH went to Chicago a lot, that like people might know him more. But yeah, the next match.
Yeah.
Exactly. The next match was what was it? The next match, I think it was the Divas match.
You can look, but you can't touch.
I know. So after I marked out for Eve, because she came to the ring with Kelly, I think basically after the SmackDown Money in the Bank, my dad was like, I'm gonna go, I'm gonna go get some other like stuff probably for my brother. Bathroom break even for him. Like he will like sit through it, but he's not like he doesn't
Duty
know
calls,
everything.
my friend.
What?
Duty calls, my friend.
So like he left and he went to I guess whatever. I don't even know what he did. He went to go buy some stuff for my brother. And so what I did was I was like, let's stay here for a second. I'm going to the bathroom because it's the Divas match. So I left as another couple thousand people left. And there was a huge line for the bathroom. But then after that, my dad brought my brother a Nexus armband and the Money in the Bank like shirt that says like the date, and it says it has all the wrestlers on and stuff. It looks like the cover, I guess you could say, of the DVD. It's the one
That tells me you just picked up the cover.
Yeah, I did because I have the DVD on the side here. But the next thing is I think it was like the Big Show match. Yeah, Big Show, Big Show versus Mr. Respect My Privacy. He came out and they had that match, and we saw another stretcher on the side of the same spot, so we knew something was gonna happen later on. Big Show needed a stretcher. They weren't gonna use the stretcher, so they brought out this little cart out of nowhere. This little cart thing comes from like under us. I think it was parked next to Del Rio's car. Like it was out of nowhere. Like what is this? Like what? So then the next match was the Raw Money in the Bank ladder match. I think it was. correct me if I'm wrong. But and then
Rome is wrong.
I know, but I don't know, the reaction for the people. The first one was Del Rio to come out. I was on TV for that, so look for the We Want Rider, or look for the person like front row on the left side in the background, the one that's switching his signs. That's me, because I wanted to get on TV no matter what. Like I wanted to be on Z True Long Island Story with the We Want Rider, and I wanted people to see me with the Hey Cole Cabana sign. So then, a couple other people came out. The Miz came out, Alex Riley. I marked out for Jack Swagger. Not really. I was just like the whole time. I was like, Jack Swagger, yeah, Stevie Breach, yeah, come on. And then like that by that time, he was already in the ring. And then Rey Mysterio, the little Jimmys in front of me, they were all like jumping up and down. It's cool to see Rey Mysterio. I haven't the pay-per-views and shows I've been at, I haven't seen him, so it was cool to see him for the first time live. I'm mad that he didn't do his little firework thing where he goes to one side, the fireworks go off, he goes to the other, the fireworks go off. But,
It's because you're there.
yeah.
Because you were attendance.
And speaking of fireworks, Kane's fireworks were just a killer from the people sitting where we were. But, then, also, for firework-wise, here's a little, insider, just, I guess, not to spoil matches, but, if there's ever a time where mostly it's for Kane. So if Kane's in a match and it's like, if he's in a match and he doesn't do the fireworks that go on the ring, so like on the ring posts, if those fireworks don't go off, he's going to win. For Del Rio, if his fireworks, the raining fireworks, if those don't go off, there's a big chance of him winning too. That's just, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but that's what happened because like at Money in the Bank, that happened. His fireworks, he didn't do his fireworks at the beginning, he did it at the end when he won. And then Kane for, I think, Night of Champions, that happened too. So, just a little thought, I guess.
So you're trying to tell me that there's conspiracy theories on picking the winners. So if Del Rio's fireworks don't go off at the beginning, he wins.
At least for that, because
I'm gonna write that down and make bets now.
Well, I mean, because for Night of Champions, he, how usually his entrance is him coming in the ring and doing this little thing. The fireworks go off on the ring post. And you could see, I think it was when Kane first came back with the mask and everything, you can see, they were trying not, you could tell, the cameramen were trying to keep it just focused on the people fighting, but you can see that there was there's an additional little, circle thing.
Yeah.
And, when those don't go off, there's a huge chance that he's going to win the match. And for Del Rio, I don't know if it's a coincidence, but he didn't go, or he went straight to the ring. He grabbed the ladder and went straight to the ring. He didn't do his little thing on the ramp where the fireworks rain behind him. So, and then what happened was he won the Money in the Bank, and as he was leaving, he stayed there, held the Money in the Bank up or whatever, and the fireworks ran, or they rained or whatever. So,
I'm writing that down.
I mean, is it a coincidence? I don't know. What is it?
Is it a coinky dink?
Is it a conspiracy? That little
C-O-N conspiracy.
But then the next match was Randy Orton versus Christian. You've seen that a lot of times. Christian won, and then all of a sudden, Randy Orton was wiping his face or whatever, because the angle where I was at, you couldn't see their faces at all, and so all of a sudden Christian or Randy Orton turned away, and I was like, what just happened? And so I was like, oh, he's spitting his face, and then I was like, Carlito, no, but then he got disqualified, and then he RKO'd him the first time on the announce table. He went all the way up, almost halfway up the ramp. He did it again. I don't know. I forgot if did the announce table crash?
Never breaks.
Wow. I forgot. I thought it did.
I think at first he was pissed off about doing it, and then just to play it off like that was supposed to happen, he kept doing it. He's like, just kidding, it's not breaking.
But
I was like, make it freaking break. Come on.
And then there was these two people that were just in the way of I was recording it, and there's just two freaking
That's illegal.
I know, but there was two people in front of, like, just in the perfect angle where you couldn't see it at all. So, like, this one had a mohawk, and so the one guy behind me, he was like, "Hey, mohawk, sit down." So what does he do? He sits down. That was hilarious. But
Hey, Mohawk, you fat piece of shit, take a seat!
and then I yelled, like, I was like, "Hey, sit down!" And the guy in front of me, he was like taking like HD quality pictures, like he worked for WWE. He was like leaning over, taking a picture of like every single thing, and like he was like, "Are you happy now?" And I was like, "Who are you?" Taking HD pictures.
Do you have my attention now?
Yeah. And another thing with the camera things, you know how like they don't like you to bring like recording devices, I guess you could say, in. At Night of Champions, there was this guy with a huge camera. Like, what's up with that?
What up with that?
Yeah, exactly. But then the last match of the night, CM Punk versus the Rated R. No, I'm joking. No, the leader of the Chang Gang. Chris, you want to do the little Chang Gang thing? No.
The leader of the Chang Gang.
Exactly. And
The
so,
charismatic enigma.
but so then
He's hot.
that's what I'm saying. So then what happened was like
What a
they
freaking
cut the
guy.
little
Warash, FTW.
but then they had the little promo thing that was at the beginning of the match, like or on the DVD and stuff, and that was just like the whole time from the point that I got into the car, or no, from the point that that promo started, either no, from the point that the lights went out in the arena and they were switching the ring thing, like they were switching the top of the ring. From that point until I got in the car, I had goosebumps the whole time. So then, what happened was like they had the little promo thing, and all of a sudden, you hear down, and I was like going crazy. But like the first thing I see, like he comes out with the white shirt, like the white money or the Chicago shirt, and like my heart dropped for a little bit. I was like, man, I thought he was gonna come out with the Nexus one, just because I got it. So, because I thought that was just going to be like I don't even know what that was going to be for at first. But, then, and you said that you mentioned this earlier about the Nexus thing, of him still being in the Nexus. And, I was like, I don't even think they mentioned him being in the Nexus when at the match.
Yeah, I know, but I remember watching Money in the Bank. Me and my dad started laughing when we saw this. When he comes out on his name under
Yeah.
Texas, so
Yeah. I was
me and my
watching.
dad started laughing.
When I watched the DVD, I was like, they still have him on the Nexus. Oh, I think that ruined his entrance. I really do, because everyone knew that something good or huge was gonna happen, or that there was a huge match. So why do you even bring up the Nexus? I mean, just why? Like the Nexus was a great thing. Yes, I agree with people who say that, but why bring it up? It's just not the atmosphere to do it in. Like, I don't know. I really hated that after I saw it on DVD. But then the he had a huge pop. It was crazy.
Dude, yeah, John Cena, right?
Yeah, but then what happened was but then what happened? He just went in the ring, and then the first thing I see is him go over to like the section, and I'm like, was Colt Cabana there earlier? Like what?
Cabana was there the entire time.
Was he?
No, wait. I know how it works.
He went for the match. Yeah,
Have
I heard it in the art of wrestling, and when it's the person that they're there for, then they go down. Otherwise, they're in like the skybox or whatever.
Oh, I thought they were backstage getting ahead.
No, but I heard it in the Art of Wrestling podcast. Shout out to them because I listen to that podcast every day at school. But he was like saying that they're up, way up there at like in their skybox or whatever. And then when they for the person's match, so like for CM Punk's match, then they got escorted down and stuff. But yeah, and then he did his little run around the ring thing. He sat there for a little bit, gave his shirt to his mom, which I didn't know it was his mom until I watched it like this past weekend. I was like, what? It's his mom.
You went over and hugged her.
What?
Didn't he go over and hug her?
Yeah, I didn't see. I couldn't see her whole face. Like at the time, I thought that was
You're
like
probably
someone.
like, oh, that's his wife.
No, like I thought that was someone else because like the camera didn't show the full thing, or not that I know of. But
You know, it would have been mad funny if he made Cabana come in the ring.
oh my
I think
god, I
everyone would have
just
went nuts.
that would have been crazy. Like, I don't even think people would have known unless he said like something like he mentioned it on what's it called? He mentioned it on Raw that when he did the epic promo, he was like, "Hey Cole Cabana, how you doing?" But like no one, everyone was like that I talked to at least. They were like, "Who's Colt Cabana?" And like, who is that? Like, what? You don't know who that is? Like, how? But then, then John Cena came out, and oh my gosh, it was crazy. Like all the booze and stuff. Like the DVD doesn't cover how much booze he got. Like during the, how much he got during the at the actual thing. Like I don't know, it was crazy. Like the arena just, I couldn't even hear the music. Like normally, sometimes you could hear like the theme music, but I could not hear it at all. You just hear boo, and you could hear myself booing. But then all right, so like on the DVD, here's another like behind the scenes, I guess you could say thing. Um, on the DVD, Michael Cole says no salute for or by Cena tonight or whatever, but he does like when they don't show it, but he walks out when he's like just crossing that point where normally it would be from the stage to the ramp. When he crosses that point, he just like he throws his hand up like by his forehead and just like throws it down like, here's a salute, but I don't like you people kind of thing. So then the camera shows him walking down, because I don't remember him doing a salute either. But after I thought about it, and after I saw the video of him walking out, he just like put his hand there and like threw it down basically. But then they like the first, I would say, 5 minutes of the actual match, it was just like us chanting random thing or not random things, but like trying to get inside Cena's head, and yeah, it was just a crazy match. And then I'd say the turning point in the match was when I think the one of the times that maybe like the second time John Cena gave an AA to CM Punk. Um, I was just like, oh man, no, come on, Punk. Like, like the Britton Harrison reaction to Chris Jericho. Come on, Chris Jericho. Yeah, well, it was the same thing for me. I was like, come on, Punk, come on. Like, I was like, go, you gotta win this. And then finally, um, you know, the next thing I saw, I kind of like had a small mark out for Vince McMahon because I always wanted to see Vince McMahon like live. So I had a small mark out for him, but then I was like, "Who's that other guy with him? Why is he here? Why is he in a suit?" Um, so then I don't know. It was just all happened so quickly, and all of a sudden, John Cena ran out of the ring, and he knocked him down, knocked me down. He knocked him down, and then CM Punk kicked him, or not kicked him. He did it the GTS and won, and I just blew up. Like I was like, yeah, like I went crazy like the whole arena did. And then like when his music started playing, I started singing like as loud as I can. And so then all of a sudden Vince McMahon goes over by the announce table. And so he was like doing something, and the people in the arena, unless you were like standing or you're sitting right there, you did not know what was going on. So then you were like what's going on? What's anything? What's going on? And then I saw Del Rio standing on the side there. And speaking about that, during the Randy Orton Christian match, at the very end after he got disqualified, Randy Orton, Daniel Bryant was standing on the left side, around the corner on the left side, with a referee, his Money in the Bank, and a towel over his neck. So just another insider, I guess. But then I saw Del Rio, and I was like, no, no, no. And then he runs out, and then I was like, no, no. I was like, oh, it's over here. He's gonna screw him over or something. And then like he kicks him, and like it all went so fast, and then it was just like, boom, it's over. And I was like, what just happened? Like I had to like think about it for a second, and then I was like, because these people in our row left. I don't know why they left. They just left, so there was like an opening, and so I was like to the people with the little Jimmy who cried because Sin Cara got thrown to the ladder, I was like, "Here, scoot over. Maybe we might be on TV." Because CM Punk, what I overheard from the people, the security guards, CM Punk was supposed to run up my section, which was one over to the left of what he did. So he was supposed to run up that section, but I guess it just happened to be wherever he could go. I guess. So he was supposed to like come around or something. I don't even know. I just heard the person like, all right, he's gonna come up, or he's going this way, and then out. Like I was like, what does that mean? And then someone said like his name, and I was like, oh man, he's gonna come up this way, or like because I heard someone say that someone was gonna go that way, so I kept watching the whole match. And I was like, "Where's The Rock?" Because I thought The Rock was gonna screw over Cena. Like The Rock would come out of nowhere and saying, "Cena, I'm here for you." I don't even know, but
I'm
yeah.
here for you, baby.
But then the next thing was we left, and as we were walking in the parking lot, this guy was like, he had a microphone and he had a camera, and he as we were walking, he was like holding the microphone like way up in the air, and so like there was we were like cars length away because he was on one side and we were on the other as we were walking, and so the one guy was like to my dad, he was like, uh, did you know that CM Punk just won the title tonight? And so my dad was like, no, I didn't. Or he was like, he said something that was hilarious. He was like, oh no, I didn't hear about that. Like, just because the guy was like, yeah, we heard it. We just came out of the arena. But yeah, holy cow.
Well,
That, I love telling that story. I don't know why. It's crazy.
did you tell him about when you got raped in the bathroom?
I thought that was you from Mania.
Oh wait, never mind.
But yeah. So hopefully, I'm not sure about this, but hopefully I'll be going to Extreme Rules 2011, the show after WrestleMania. So yeah, I don't know about that one. I'm not sure, but I'll probably get. I was thinking about getting the section over from what I had, but if either that section or across the map, no, but across the ways. So I'll be between the stage and the ring. So hopefully I'll be able to go to that, and I'll be able to wear the Respect My Privacy t-shirt, which you can get at the Boston Brothers v2.spreadshirt.com. Link will be down in the description. Look what I did there. I plugged it. Way to go.
How about I'll hurt you?
Uh, okay. I'll give you my address. I live at 333 West 35th Street, Chicago, Illinois. So I'll be there. So if anyone wants to send me some fan mail, it's 333. No, actually send it to my second address. It's 1060 West Addison, Chicago, Illinois.
Who is this? Whose address is that?
What?
Whose address is that?
333 West 35th Street is U.S. Cellular Field, and 1060 West Addison is Wrigley Field.
Oh.
The only two addresses of sports places I know, other than the Allstate Arena, which I forgot what it was. I forgot the numbers. No, I forgot the street. I don't even know. I forgot it. There we go. So, yeah, you want to talk about anything like experiences other than the ones that you already said?
Nah, because most of my experiences.
We're not as good as the Money in the Bank. I know you could say it.
I wasn't gonna say that, but nothing really compares to the other experiences I had.
Yeah, I don't know. I kind of hope that in 2012 I'll get to meet a couple people. One person in particular that I really want to meet is CM Punk, and I kind of want him to sign my Money in the Bank DVD. So I'll take out the little insert thing, or I'll take out the cover and have him sign it and put it back in here. I just think that would make up, I think, for a little bit for not getting the shirt. But I
I
actually
personally hate getting DVD signed.
really.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know what other thing I could get signed, really.
E5.
I mean, yeah, an 8x10, but I don't know. Like, if I were to. I was thinking about getting some of the people from Nexus, if I ever see them, to sign my Nexus armband. But then again, I would just want to, keep it how it is, basically.
Hell is.
But, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Past shows. Hope to go to more in the future. Same with Chris, I'm sure.
Nah.
Nah, he's done. He's done with wrestling. He's gonna become a football fan. No, I'm joking.
I'm gonna become a full-fledged atheist.
But no, he's going to
Atheist.
he's gonna be a fanboy for Windows. He's gonna become a Windows fanboy and
Who?
you're gonna be a Windows fanboy and mark out every time Windows come out with a new OS. So you're gonna be like, oh my gosh, Windows 8 is out. Oh my gosh, Windows 9. Let's mark out.
Dude, I already do that.
Oh man, but yeah, that's it. I guess. I don't know what else we can say other than sayonara. I don't even know what that means.
I am Ryan.
We should do that. We should be like, I am someone, and I am Ryan, I am Adam, and we are the Boston Brothers. We too. So yeah, I'm gonna stop it here. Thanks for listening to part number 2. Look out for more voice cracks in the future like that one. But yeah, thanks for listening. Chris, do you want to say anything else? Oh, too bad. Thanks for listening,
What?
and I will talk to you guys. Well, I won't talk to you because I don't get on Skype a lot. I'm joking. I get on Skype all the time. So if you want to add me, my actual name on Skype is I think it's still this one. Yeah, it's CJ Productions. So
No! Don't add me!
You could also add.
No!
You could also add me on Xbox. It's YouTube's only jobber.
Woo!
No, but yeah, you can add Chris. That's his Xbox name. So if you want to add him, he hates when I give it out to people. So YouTube. So it's YT Jobber. Want to go check it out. So yeah, thanks for listening, and we will talk to you or listen. You can listen to us next week. Sayonara, I guess. Is that a word? It is now. Yeah, it is. I don't even know. Okay, I'm not doing this.